with Tamar Kali. She just got off the stage. Amazing, amazing. So tell me about your performance and how did it feel to be back at AFROPUNK again?
Yeah, I guess it's been a minute. Maybe I did the first one. There was a sister girl ride at CBGB, and we connected that to the AfroPunk Festival that year. It was cool to just come and play and not have to like do any behind the scenes stuff. I always love playing outdoors. That's awesome. It's a nice vibe. It wasn't too hot, but yeah, it was cool.
So you're also in the film, for those who don't know. How did that happen? How'd you get into the film?
My girl, Honeychild, we had like this collective of women that we did shows together, Sister Girls, and she introduced me to James because he was making this film and he was connecting with people. And so when I met him, I realized that I remembered him from the scene. He was a little younger than me, and he used to hang a lot with a friend of mine called Ryan. And then I realized, I was like, oh, you know, and he was like, oh, I'm Razzle. That was his old school name. So I was like, yeah, sounds cool. And I traveled around the country helping him interview people and stuff. It was pretty cool. And I'm very proud that he got it done, and it's been really impactful in the scene for folks that feel like they're the only one.
And you're also not just like a pretty face, not just music, not just singing, but you also play an instrument, which is few and far between. We need more black female musicians. What is it like being a black woman who plays the guitar, plays alternative music on a scene that's not always so receptive to that?
Well, it's really weird because even though my name is Tamar Kali and I go as Tamar Kali and people introduce me as an individual, because of the scene and because it's a band-based scene and it's not, you don't really know hardcore or punk or things that are that type or connected to where there's a solo artist. So a lot of times people don't realize that these are my songs that I write. So that's weird. It's funny to always go into a club and they ask everyone except me like what the setup is. And so I'll come in and I'll introduce myself and I'll say, I'm Tamar Kali, how you doing, you know? And they'll be like, okay. And then they'll go and ask one of the dudes like what the setup is. And I'm like, okay, you have a stage writer that says Tamar Kali. The bill says Tamar Kali. I walk up to you and I say, hello, I'm Tamar Kali. And you keep asking everybody but me where the stuff needs to go and what's going on. So now it's laughable. At first I used to get like super aggro and really angry, but now it's just laughable. And, you know, that's the reality. We live in a sexist society and the industry is definitely very sexist. But I don't let it get me down. I'm here for the music and that's what I try to focus on.
And you have an EP out.
Yeah, I have an EP out. I'm actually getting ready to finish my album this summer, and it's going to be called Black Bottom. So I'm working on that now with Jason Jocko Randall. He produced Mandate of Heaven as well as John Brown's Body. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing it up and having that for folks.
And you have a single out called Boot.
Boot was the song that was featured in the AfroPunk film. But it's kind of an old song, and it's on the EP.
It's on the EP. I have that EP. Honestly, I jam to that song all the time in my apartment. So you have one really big fan. I know you got a lot more. If we want to get your music, how do I get it?
You go to my website, flamingyoni.com. The EP is also available on iTunes. And of course, if you're in the New York City metro area and you come to a show, you can get one, you know, in your hand immediately.
Right from you, directly from you, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for playing AfroPunk. Appreciate it. Tamar Kali, old school AfroPunk, been doing it for a long time. Stay tuned. We have more from the AfroPunk Festival.